It's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
From the 31, Cousins toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. It's a pickup of 6.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
A good run there by Cook on first down, powering his way forward, a gain of 6.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Cousins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Again, it's Cook. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Cousins throw taken in by Hawkinson here. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Meanwhile, Cousins throw complete to Rager. Touchdown, Vikings! Jalen Rager. 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings will strike first here in this wild card matchup. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Let's go now. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. 60 Mavericks.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Daniil Hunter able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team into the playoffs as a wild card. Now here he is on the road looking to get his guys to the 2nd round. It's certainly a tough task no matter how you slice it.
Oh, I absolutely agree 100%. And while no one around the franchise is going to, co-sign on what I'm about to say, because all they're focused on is winning this game. But let's face it, partner, no matter what happens in this one, they've got their quarterback to build their roster around for the future. That's got to feel good for everyone associated with this team.
2nd and 11. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. So now make that a 2nd sack for them on this drive.
And Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complimentary football.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Andrew Booth picks it off.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Looking to throw on second down. Cousins. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half, because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Looking to throw. His throw incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw. But able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Third down. Here's McCaffrey. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
Hands it off out of the gun. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. And if his coaches are correct, we're going to see a lot more runs like that from this young rookie going forward.
And you know, slapping each other on the back up in the booths right now? The scouting department. Because they really recommended this guy highly, and he's justifying their faith in him.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. He tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. McCaffrey running up the middle. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. So a nice run there. And I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. That's a 27-yard attempt here. And Gay knocks this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let it put some points on the board.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Play fake. Cousins. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Making the stop there, Daniil Hunter. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on fourth. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down, but they decided keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, that decision paid off indeed. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
Unlock line. Unlock line. Don't check. Don't check.
Now McCaffrey off right tackle. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Gay's kick is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them.
Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6, he got about 5. Fourth down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Let's go now.
Slot man moves right. Here we go with McCaffrey. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Cook again. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. This is caught. Touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, a 16-yard touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try to pick themselves back up.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Back to throw here. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey.
43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams would take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
They try to set up the bubble screen here. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Tackled by Jordan Elliott.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, check that, street.
McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the 49ers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run for it, but he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone.
And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35.
The Vikings take over first down at their own 35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down.
And he goes out right around the 39.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On play action, Cousins. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
23 yards to pick up there.
But Charles, what a rookie season he had catching the football, over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020, 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year one.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Cook. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Off the play fake, Cousins. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
75 yards rushing now for Cook, and this is a 1st down.
The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Kene Nwagu.
A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that makes this a 9-point game.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll drop to throw.
They'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move was there, but didn't buy him a whole lot. The offense on 3rd down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a give, right side, McCaffrey. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
But he will not get away. He stopped short of the marker. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Cousins. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Uses the spin. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Play action now. Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. K.J. Hamler, 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have extended their lead to 15 now here in the 4th. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that can be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
Fair catch. Winning at the 25-yard line. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Eluding the pressure right. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. Throwing here, Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Go, Reed, go!
They'll run for it. McCaffrey.
And they will get the conversion on 4th down to stay alive, but time not an ally.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning threw